now I'm going to start on the mineral feeder. Like I said, I have one. It's a round one. It's got rubber flap on the top. And it's heavy, it's bulky. It's just not ideal for what I use. Move my cows, once a day, once every other day, So I'm always picking it up and moving it. So I want something lighter. And so this is my first prototype. I'm not making it real heavy duty. For one, I want it to be light. Number two, it might not work. So we'll see what happens with this one. These are the materials I'm starting with. This is some old conveyor belting. That'll be the top. Scrap piece of 3/4 plywood, a bunch of scrap 2x4s, more scrap 3/4 plywood. We'll get cutting, get everything put together and see what happens. Making some headway on the mineral feeder. I got the base all screwed together. I made it just because, for no reason, just because that's the scrap lumber I had. I made it 21.5 by 21.5. We'll see if it's wide enough and long enough that the cows don't just flip it over when they're eating the mineral. So I tapered those a little bit. I'm gonna put this board on the back like that, screw it down. Then that flap there, that old belting, will get screwed on here and go down to here. So the cows will flip that up to get at the mineral. The reason I'm putting it over, I'm going to put a handle right here, maybe a rope or something. So when I pick it up, it'll go up like that. And the mineral will slide down into there so the mineral don't spill out when I move it. I'm going to maybe cut out a little bit. You can see that mark I have so that the cows can, it's not that far in there. It's only about 5 inches. The cows should be able to lick in there fine. And when I set it down, I'll just shake it so all the mineral comes to this area. Got it all done. I didn't take as much video as I maybe should have while I was building it here, but it's all pretty easy stuff. So I built the frame. Just got, the only reason there's 2 pieces on the bottom is because I didn't have a scrap piece of 3/4 big enough. So I just made 2 work, and I cut that little piece out like I said I was going to, so their tongue can fit under there. That's only a couple inches. Then I got this piece of belting I put on the top. Just a little, you'd use wood. This is just a scrap piece of fiberglass I had laying around. Screwed it to there. So the cows will be able to come in here, get their nose under the flap, push it up, and then they can lick like that. And then the main reason I made it is so I can move it easier. Just pick it up, grab the handle, and when I'm walking, you can see that side will just sit up against my leg while I walk. And I had that's why I made a little pocket, so the mineral will just fall back into there. We'll go see if it works. You can see the new mineral feeder I just built. That's the old one I had. Like I said, it's just awkward. It's hard to carry. It works good. The cows can flip it up, get in there. And the nice part too, I had 2 different compartments in case I wanted to do 2 different kinds of mineral or something. But and then the piece of flap I had wasn't quite long enough, so you can see the water would get in there a little bit. And like I said, it's just hard to carry and awkward. So I'm hoping this one, the little handle, being skinnier like that, it's just a lot easier to carry. I forgot to mention that round one too. The other problem with that is that it was almost too tall, top heavy. So a lot of times the cows, I'd go out there to move it and they'd tip it over because when they lift that up, if I didn't have enough mineral in there, when they lift it up, they just tip it right over. So if I didn't have it completely full of mineral, a lot of times it'd end up on the side. And that's why this one I made so short. Basically, it's only 4 inches tall in the back and 2 inches tall in the front here. So it's going to be pretty tough for them to tip it over. So get the mineral in there and should be fine. And then we'll test it out here. I'll pick it up to move it and see if all the mineral falls in there like it should back in that pocket. Should just all slide in that pocket back there and none should fall out. We'll test it here. So I'll grab the handle, then I'll just pick it up like that. And then I can just walk. And when I get to where I need to be, set it down, that, and then we'll see what the mineral looks like. Well, the mineral is just right there. And they can slide their tongue right back in there, no problem. Get it all out. Sounds like it's going to work perfect. We'll see if the cows think it will work perfect. I was going to give you a little update on the ducks too. we got Muscovy ducks. We have five hens and one drake. And one hen started laying on her nest about 2 weeks ago, maybe. And now we got another one starting to lay. So I was just going to give you an update, show you those in their nest boxes. I don't know what that girl's doing in there. She's not in a nest box. She maybe just, that one likes to hide from the drake. The drake's kind of mean to her. I know we got one in this one here. You see that girl laying on her eggs. Hey, girl. She started laying about 2 weeks ago, so I think the Muscovy ducks are a 31-day incubation period. And then this one over here, she just started laying. You can see she ripped out a bunch of down there. Ripped out a bunch of her feathers to put around the eggs to help keep them warm. She just started laying. There's the nest they're making. Another one they're making. So there's 3. We have 3 hens that haven't started laying yet. Main one there. And this one here is starting to get pretty full of eggs. So I got a feeling there'll be one laying on there shortly. Cows are coming up. Check out the new mineral feeder. We'll see if they can figure out how to use it. They can smell it in there. You guys know how to use that? Hmm? That's just perfect. We'll get right in there to the mineral. It looks like it's going to work out just perfect. Maybe walk towards them and see what happens if that flap goes right back down like it should. Hey, cows. Look at that. Just perfect. Is that a good mineral? He's got a little mud on his face. Is that a good mineral? Look at that. Get right in there. That's perfect. I'm gonna move the cows here this morning. Our first test moving that new mineral feeder I built. See how it works. I gotta move it not too far, a few hundred yards maybe. So before I move the cows, I'm gonna check the fence here. I put up a temporary fence back here. I try to rotational graze them a little bit. It's not as much as I'd like, but in the back part of my property down by the creek here, it's pretty tough to run a lot of fences. You can see behind me, it's pretty thick stuff. I just wanted to check this fence real quick, make sure it was up before I let them in the gate to the north of here. And it flooded a little bit last time I was down here, the creek did. Make sure the fence is still up across the creek, and then it looks like there's a big cell of big storm coming this afternoon, so hopefully it doesn't wash the fence out again. But it looks like it'll be good for a while here. Here you can see where the fence goes across the creek there. Sometimes it gets up quite a ways. Probably hard to tell on the camera. Give you a little advice. It'll take the wire off of there. So it'll get up from there to there when it floods. Hopefully we don't get too much rain this afternoon. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, we're gonna test this mineral feeder, Leah. Should we move the cows? Carry this mineral feeder?
Yeah.
Okay, grab the handle. Grab the handle, pick it up.
No.
Perfect. Okay, let's go. Carry's pretty easy. I got her plumb full. I got probably 10, 15 pounds of salt in there probably right now, or mineral. Should we go get the cows, Leah? You want to move the cow? Okay, let's go find them. Come on, cows. They coming, Leah? You see the red one coming? Okay, good. Come on, baby. Here they come. Let's get out of their way. That's over here. Okay, so I just filled it up before we left. Looks like all the mineral went back in that pocket just like I was hoping it would. Stayed back in there when I picked it up. Now they'll be able to stick their nose in it like you seen earlier, flip it up, and get all the mineral they need.
Yeah.
You want to check, see if there's any mineral in there?
Yeah.
Look to see if there's any mineral in there. Lots of mineral?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Looks like it's going to rain. We should probably get going back. It's getting really dark, Leah.